do you really spot the perfect business? First off is, of course, we need high profit potential but low cost of entry. Siyempre, we want to earn a lot, diba? But we don't need to sacrifice our lifetime savings. Siyempre, ang hirap naman na mawawalan tayo ng savings just because we put in very high capital. Okay? Taps into a growing market trend. So we want a market that is going to outlive us. It's not like it's a flash in the pan. Nandyan siya habang buhay. That it can even outlive you. Okay? Exclusive and innovative products and technology. So we want something that is exclusively yours. Hindi siya makikita sa malls. You can see it in malls, in department stores. So people will just go to you kasi it's exclusive. And of course, we want something that a company that constantly innovates. Kasi if a company doesn't innovate, it will die eventually. Okay? And of course, we want something that is rock solid when it comes to partnership. Why is it important to me? Because I want one of these days, as a partner, I can pass it on as a legacy to my child. Would you like to have a business like that? And who here would like to earn while sleeping? So here we will teach you how to create long-term passive income. Meaning even while you're sleeping, you can still earn. Would you like to have that? Okay. So right now, okay, what is the biggest industry? It's the global wellness economy valued at $4.5 trillion. And this was just in 2018. And according to Bill Gates, the biggest opportunity right now is not in property nor in the financial industry, but it's in biogenetic science. So that's Bill Gates talking. So why is it big? Because you know how because it's $4.5 trillion, and with personal care, beauty, and anti-aging, it's valued at $1 trillion. Now, is that big or very, very big? How about physical activity at almost $1 trillion? Healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss at 702 billion. Wellness tourism, preventive and personalized medicine, and public health. So, ganun kalaki ang ating economy ng wellness. And right now, you know, people who are struggling, no, to be healthier. Yan. And sabi nga dito, no, the bigger daw pala your waistline, the shorter your life expectancy. And right now, everybody is struggling to be healthier because, you know, we have COVID right now. And it's really a scary thought, no, na matamaan tayo ng COVID. So ngayon, people are trying to lose weight. You know, people who go for diet programs. We have the keto, we have the intermittent fasting. But you know what? Usually this kind of fads no, will just lead you to a vicious cycle called yo-yo rebound. Papaya, tataba. Would you like to lose weight no, for the rest of your life? Because you have to question yourself, are you really losing weight? Baka mamaya it's just muscle loss, bone loss, water loss, or nutrient loss. Is it really fat loss? So right now we have this, okay, very holistic and comprehensive program called the TRA, the Right Approach to Weight Management. And here, no, we will help you transition from being unhealthy to healthy by means of behavioral modification. And of course, with the right products, the right nutrition, and the right education. And don't you know that there are actually two kinds of fat? Okay, the body fat and the visceral fat. The body fat is the fat underneath your skin. This is the kind of fat that you lipo out. Okay? But there's another kind of fat, no? The killer fat, the visceral fat. The fat that is enclosed around your organs. So if you have very high visceral fat, you're more prone to a lot of major diseases. Okay, so what the TRA program will do is it will lessen your carbo cravings, lessen your fat storage and inflammation. And then like for me, I love sweets. Yan, increase your fat and sugar metabolism. And of course, for you daw pala to lose a significant amount of fat, you have to increase muscle mass. Okay, increase thermogenesis and increase your overall health. Okay, so I went through the program. As you can see, this was, I think, 10 years ago. And look at me. You think I'm still the same? And this was 10 years ago. And that means, no, I was able to sustain the program. I lost more than 6 kilos. How much body fat? It's like more than 5%. And this is what I love about this program. It's 4 layers of visceral fat. And 31 inches to 26 inches. I even went down to as much as 24 inches. So who here would like to don a two-piece bikini? So what I love about the program is, it addressed my cholesterol because I had very high cholesterol. My doctor, my cardiologist asked me to go for statin drugs. But I realized when a friend of mine from the pharma industry told me that it will hurt my liver pala. And so I panicked. I did not go for that statin drugs anymore, and I went for this program. So this was launched more than 10 years ago, and look at me, I'm still the same. Would you agree? And of course, yeah, this is my good friend and business partner, Liza Egnalaga. So later you will see her and hear from her. Okay? So with Liza, she also went for the program. You know what? They have a history of cancer, and actually it's sad lang that her dad died last year. And because of that, no, she had to go for the program herself. And look at her. She lost actually a total of 20 kilos. So even after the program, she was still losing more bad fat. Okay? And look at her. 20 kilos lost. How many body fat loss? More than 7%. Body age, 10 years younger. Visceral fat from 10 to 6 and 7 inches off the waistline. So later you will meet her and you'll see that she even looks younger. Okay? And this is John Chua. Okay, this is our mentor in the business. And look at him. He's a gym buff but never really got rid of his tummy fat. But look at him. He also lost more than 10 kilos in the program. Okay? So, yeah. So when we talk about wellness, diba, it has to be holistic. And when we talk about water, diba, it's a basic need. But do you know if the drinking water you're drinking is really clean? Because if you're not sure, it can contain these chemicals like arsenic, lead, fluoride, chlorine. Yan. Everybody's drinking chlorinated water. Pesticides, fertilizer, and this is the scariest thing is this is causing microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, cysts, and tumors. Now, how do you get healthy water or purified drinking water? Of course, most of us, especially here in the Philippines, we go for water refilling stations. But you know what? Our Department of Health, no, okay, actually, most water refilling stations don't pass the monthly audit of the DOH and the water analysis. I would know this because my mom is a retired Bureau of Food and Drug Regulatory Officer of Region 3. And because of her, no, a lot of refilling stations were actually closed down because they did not pass the water analysis. And for water refilling stations, no, the staff should wear PPEs. But sad to say, you'll see that most staff here don't wear PPEs. Storage should not be exposed to the sun. Yan. Container lifespan, ito, is only 30 days. But are we all guilty that these containers are being used for years? Diba? And storage at least 8 inches above the floor, and water must be consumed within 48 hours. But sad to say, most of us would, store water for as long as 1 week. So that is really a scary thought because, there's no longer chlorine in the water. So what happens is it will create bacterial growth. Okay, so now how do you now provide healthy, clean water to your family? So introducing the most intelligent UV water purifier called the Ecosphere.
You and your family drink water every day. But do you know what's really filling your glass? The average home's tap water can contain contaminants such as microorganisms, chemicals, and pollutants. Boiling water may not be able to eliminate all of these contaminants. Do you want your family drinking that? If not, the Ecosphere water purifier is your solution. The EcoSphere water purifier's technology meticulously and systematically purifies water, making your water definitively clean and safe to drink. Our unique purification staging method maximizes the power of the purifier. Here's how. The purification starts with polypropylene pleated prefiltration. This accordion-shaped filter preps the water by removing large particulates such as dust, sand, and sediment. The second stage of purification forces water through a dense carbon block. This process is especially effective at removing organic contaminants, chemicals, chlorine, lead, and particulates. During stage 3, water passes through a special polyether sulfone membrane. This dense membrane is filled with microscopic pores ranging from 10 nanometers to 100 nanometers that trap a wide range of particles while letting water still flow unobstructed. The final stage of the EcoSphere's purification process uses a cold cathode lamp UV light. Our state-of-the-art UV lamp has the ability to eliminate a wide variety of viruses, bacteria, and cysts, ensuring that your family's drinking water is clean and safe. Tap into the power of the EcoSphere water purifier. Drink healthy with clean, safe water.
Okay, so that's our EcoSphere UV water purifier. And what I love about this UV water purifier, the EcoSphere, is its fourth stage, no, the cold cathode lamp, to ensure that the water you're drinking is bacteria, viruses, and cysts free. Okay, so that's the EcoSphere. And of course, no, when we talk about wellness, so you are now healthier with the TRA, and of course, we want to look younger, right? So everybody is actually having problems, no, especially during this just this lockdown. We cannot anymore go to our dermatologist or skincare clinic. So that's why people are now okay, looking for ways to look younger. So would you agree with me that if you have this kind of signs of skin aging, no, if we feel older, we feel actually, if we look older, we feel older. So people now are trying to get rid of their sagging skin, dull and dry skin, lines and wrinkles, yeah, dark spots, patchy skin, and open pores. Okay, so right now we have the most advanced cleansing gadget, okay, called the Lumi Spa. So just like brushing our teeth, no, we cannot just use our fingers because it's not enough. We have to use a toothbrush. Just the same with our face. It's not enough that we're using our hands. So if you're using our hands, you know, our we accelerate the aging process. And right now we have the most advanced cleansing gadget called the Lumi Spa. We're in. It will not just provide you deep cleansing, no, but also skin renewal. So what I love about the Lumi Spa, with just 2 minutes twice a day, okay, it will purify and give you healthier looking skin and yan, increased cellular turnover because of this micropulse oscillation technology that rotates in opposite directions to ensure that the dirt on your face is trapped. Okay, and it has this patented silicone head that is antimicrobial. Okay, so we have a lot of media highlights and we have a lot of local and Hollywood celebrities who's using the Lumi Spa. They actually love the Lumi Spa. So we have these beauty queens. Now they're actually users, not endorsers, because they personally use it. Okay, and our media highlights. No, we were winner of the Beauty Global Awards in 2018 and the Biotech Awards in 2018. Okay, so that's the Lumi Spa. Okay, here's a short video of the Asia Cooling Spa. Next off, okay, this is a reason why I got into the business is because of the smallest wrinkle iron called the Galvanic Spa. Okay, so what it does, Okay? It will target your eyeballs, crow's feet, sagging cheeks, wrinkles, laugh lines, frown lines, fine lines, even deep lines, and even reduce skin discoloration, age spots, and sunspots. So when this was introduced to me by a friend, I really wanted to try it because I had dark circles around my eyes. So when they did a demo on my face, and with just 5 minutes, I saw the difference in just 5 minutes. So my face got lifted, my left side, and I really got so excited. So I started using it, and that is when my friends noticed the difference in my skin. Okay, so this is not just for the face, you can also use this for your body. You just change the head and use a body shaping gel. Here, you can address, okay, your double chins, neck folds, how about flabby arms and bat wings, and varicose veins, and even stretch marks and cellulites. So you just change the head again and use a nutriol system, the serum and the shampoo to address hair fall and even improve hair growth within 2 to 3 months. So with just one gadget, you can address a lot of major concerns from head to toe. Okay? So do you think we have great products? Of course, no. I really love my company. My company is New Skin. New Skin has been around for 36 years. We are publicly traded in the New York Stock Exchange and we are in the main board. And Forbes listed us as one of the 100 most trustworthy company and we are in top 5. And of course, no, when you're looking for a partner, make sure that the partner you have invests in R&D, in research and development. And because of that, we have 75 world-class scientists on board who's doing the R&D. So that's how credible and stable our partner is. And just this pandemic, no, our stock price even increased. Okay, comparing it with other companies na they've already closed down. Okay,
Grace Ignalaga. I used to be a high performing corporate manager, an expatriate to Guam with 20 years of experience in the pharmaceutical industry. And after working so hard for 20 years, I was redundated. I wanted to live a life of abundance wherein I don't need to worry about money and I'll be spending quality time with my family. And very important for me is to have peace of mind. Now I was beginning to feel uncomfortable after a year when I realized that my linear income had stopped coming in while my expenses continued. I ventured into a traditional business here in Zensan together with top professionals. So we set up a freestanding dialysis center and a spa, which entailed millions in capitalization. I wanted to be successful in business, pero wala naman akong business background. So are there people here na gustong magnegosyo pero walang experience? And eto pa, lahat ng business partners ko, first time din mag-venture into business. Ngayon ko lang na-realize na medyo risky pala yung ginawa namin because we didn't have a system. So puro kami trial and error. Even up to this point in time, trial and error pa rin kami. And yung retirement money ko, napabawasan every single day. Di naman kasi tumitigil ang expenses, pero yung linear income ko, tumigil na. Sobrang challenged kami in the business dahil we had to deal with high operating expenses. Lalo na ngayong lockdown, we had to close the spa, but we still had to pay for rent. And eto pa, if you're a traditional business owner, ang hirap pa talaga mag-manage ng employees. So I know you could relate if you're a traditional business owner. Now, an opportunity came when my friend's cousin shared to me this wrinkle iron. Actually, si Grace yun. So we both started with the galvanic spa. I was amazed at this breakthrough product, lalo na when I started sharing with my mom and my aunt in the US, and sila din bumili online. After they purchased their own gadgets, I earned 12,000 pesos. Well, I was just in Gensan. And that was when I upgraded my being a happy customer to a business builder. And I also realized that I put in all my efforts in the past 20 years solely to linear income. And yung dialysis center and spa, linear income din pala, with a lot of headache. As I got immersed into this business community, I began to understand better about the 5 types of people. And I was a type 3 for 20 years. And after retiring, I was leaning towards becoming type 1, with my savings dwindling. When I found out that there was an option for me to become type 5, and a project where I could do it by building leverage income in the next 3 years, I knew that this was the opportunity that I was looking for. Types of people or 5 financial successes and lifestyles. So sabi niya, type 1, okay, are people who don't have money but they have a lot of time. So these are your dependents. Nothing wrong with becoming a dependent. Kasi ako, I was also a dependent when I was in school. So kasama na rin dito are your housewives, your house husbands, your retirees, the students, and kahit tambay kasama din dito. So dependents ang type 1. Type 2 are people who don't have money and they also don't have time. Sobra, no? Wala na nga money, wala pang time. But my mentor explained it to me. The very reason why they don't have money and they also don't have time, it's because the money that's coming in is just enough to pay the bills. And most of the time, kulang. So tawag natin sa kanila, surviving. So that was when I realized that I had a lot of friends na nandito sa type 2, surviving. Type 3 are people who have a lot of money, but they don't have time. So kumbaga, rich but busy. Now, when we say a lot of money, meaning they're debt-free. They don't own money sa bank. They don't even own anyone money. And when they have a traditional business, kuwari may pwesto sila, they own the space. They don't pay for rent. Sobrang dami yung pera nga. Kaya lang, palaging busy. So golden handcuffs. So gold kasi maraming pera, pero naka-handcuff because they're always busy. And usually these people are very hardworking. They work for 30 to 40 years. And if they have families and they have kids, most of them were not able to bond with their kids. So type 3, rich but busy. Now, since they've worked for 30 to 40 years, 80% of them will transition to type 4. So type 4 is a lot of money, a lot of time, but when they realize it, they're already old because they stayed too long in type 3. And eto pa, since they had a very stressful life when they were in type 3, marami na pala silang sakit. Maraming maintenance medications. They could be hypertensive, diabetic, high cholesterol levels, and even others have cancer. And since they have a lot of time, they now want to bond with their kids. Kaya lang yung kids, wala na dyan. Most probably, nasa abroad or they're living in separate homes or separate houses. So sila na lang naiwan sa bahay. There are no empty nesters. So I told myself, sabi ko, ayoko naman sa type 1, 2, 3, or 4. But my mentor told me, there's type 5. So type 5 is a lot of money, meaning they have financial freedom, they have time freedom, freedom of health, freedom of youth, and emotional freedom. So nung makita ko to, I told myself, I want to be type 5. So siguro naman, kayo din. You also want to be type 5. But my question is, after sharing with you these 5 types of lifestyles, sa tingin nyo, nasan kayo ngayon? Pero ang pinaka-importante kasi dito is, where do you want to go? So ako, I want to be type 5. I know a lot of you would also want to become type 5, if not all of you. So ang pag-uusapan natin is how you can transition from where you currently are. So from where you are right now to type 5. Now, why is it that we're not type 5 yet? Because if you are in lifestyle 1, 2, or 3, meaning you are in the linear income group. Ibig sabihin, you're working for money. You work, you get paid. You don't work, then no pay. So ano example ng linear income? If you're an employee, your salary is linear income. Because if you work, then you have salary. If you don't work, then no salary. So another example are people who offer professional services. So like my doctor friends. So when they are in their clinics and they have patients, then they have professional fees. But if they go abroad or they go to a convention or they go on a vacation for 1 month, then no professional fee. So linear income din pala sila. Same na rin with architects. So if they have a project, then they have professional fee. No project, then no professional fee. It's also the same with people from sales. So if you're from the real estate industry, if you're able to sell a property, then you have commissions. Eh kung walang property na nabenta, edi wala rin commissions. Ganun na rin if you are from the financial industry or if you're a financial advisor. If you're able to close a policy or a case, then you earn commissions. So kung wala, di wala din. So yan ang linear income. But what's the difference between type 4 and type 5? They're actually in the leverage income group. Leverage meaning passive. So money comes in whether you work or not. So ano bang example ng leverage income? Okay, first example is income coming from financial investment. So for example, you have a bank account or a savings account. So di ba may interest yon? Your interest is what you call leverage income because it comes in whether you work or not. Kaya lang, hindi natin nafe-feel kasi sobrang liit. Okay, so for example, no, you have 100 million in the bank. So let's say 3% interest rate. But my friend who's a bank manager told me it's less than 1%. But let's just say it's 3% interest rate per annum. So if you have 100 million in the bank, then you have 3 million leverage income, whether you work or not. That's roughly 250,000 every month, whether you work or not. But you need 100 million deposit. So number 2 example of leverage income is income coming from rentals. So if you have a condo unit that you bought for 5 million, you can have it rented for 25,000. So if you have 10 condo units, then may mga renter siya, then you have 250,000 every month, whether you work or not. But of course, you need to invest 50 million. So ang question ko dito, do we have 100 million or 50 million? So if you have, wow, congratulations. Pero kung wala, don't worry because there's still a third type of leverage income. And that's what we're going to talk about in this business project. It's called royalty income. So what is an example of royalty income? So it's your McDonald's business. So tayo naman lahat, we're very much familiar with McDonald's. Now, sa franchise business, merong franchisor, tsaka merong franchisee. Okay? So if you want to be a franchisee of McDonald's, then you need to invest at least 40 to 50 million. So the franchisor will teach you the system. They will teach you how to operate your McDonald's store. So every time you buy a hamburger from the McDonald's store, the franchisor earns 3% royalty fee. So that is why McDonald's earns $1 million per day in royalty fees. Bakit? Kasi meron siyang 30,000 franchises all over the world. So sino ba may-ari ng McDonald's? Kasi sobrang yaman niya. It's a guy named Ray Kroc. So Ray Kroc already passed away over 30 years ago. So where can you find a business na ang patay mas malaki pa kinikita sa buhay? Only through this business model called franchising. So how does this relate to our business? It works exactly like a McDonald's franchise, but it's called a virtual franchise. Bakit virtual? Kasi wala tayong physical store. So we don't pay for rent. Ito pa, wala tayong employees. So we don't have salaries. We don't pay salaries. Wala tayong high operating expense. So virtual meaning it's all online. And anong kailangan? Okay, very simple. It's just you and a very strong internet connection. We will teach you how to do sales and recruitment. So we will train you. And the best part, we're partnering with a company that is publicly listed in the New York Stock Exchange. It's a $1 billion company. We're partnering with Nu Skin. Nu Skin has a global staff in 54 countries. So Nu Skin takes charge of research and development. Sa kanya na rin ang finance, accounting, logistics, inventory, and even customer service. So this is a business that never sleeps, 24/7. So like for example, last week, so gabi yun eh. So while I was sleeping, I have customers kasi in the US. So they purchased online. So habang natutulog ako, nag-purchase sila online. When I woke up the following day, when I looked into my dashboard, I already had my commissions. So imagine, kahit natutulog ka, kumikita ka. Why? Because you can do this business in 54 countries, even if I am just in the privacy of my own home. So ganun kaganda yung business na to. Are you familiar with Lazada or Shopee? So ako, I do shop online. Uso na ngayon yon. So Lazada and Shopee is what you call a local online business. Okay, pang Philippines lang. But what we have here is a global online business. Okay? So how do we earn in this business? So there are actually 3 ways to do this business. First, you can start out as a retailer. So as a retailer, as a brand affiliate, you get your products at 30% off. So what do? Use the products, then share the products. So here in the Philippines, we have about 200 products, but globally, Nu Skin has 500 products. So use products, then share the products. So on the average, you will earn roughly about 30 to 70,000 a month part-time income. Magandang kita na rin yun. It's even higher than your salary increase. But of course, we know that's linear income. So that's why we need to upgrade to franchisee. Now, this is what I like about this business because we work together. You don't do this alone. We work as a team. So we will help you build your team and we will train your team. So from your whole organization, from your whole revenue, okay, yung total sales mo, you will earn an additional 10 to 40% franchise volume incentive. So sa organization mo, meron kang customers or clients, you will have resellers or retailers, and you will also have business builders. And from the whole revenues, you earn 10 to 40% franchise volume incentive, and that's roughly about 50 to 120,000 a month. Remember, that is on top of retail profit. So mas meaningful na ngayon ang kitaan. But if you said kanina that you want to be type 5, just like us, then you need to be a franchisor. So as a franchisor, we need to build executive franchise teams. So how do we do it? Very simple. Di ba marami kayong friends? You have a lot of friends. You have thousands of friends on Facebook. All you need to do is look for 4. 4 serious business partners or 4 people who also want to be type 5. And we will work with them and we will train them and teach them how to do the system. So if you have 4 serious business partners who are now franchisees, you are now going to be called a brand partner. So a brand partner in Nu Skin earns an average of 120,000 a month royalty income. Remember, that is on top of franchise volume incentive and on top of your retail profit. But if you want to become brand director, out of the 4 serious business partners, we'll teach one of your business partners how to become a franchisor, meaning he or she will also have franchise teams under her or him. So your income now goes up to 200,000. If you want to be senior brand director, that's 5 serious business partners, 2 are franchisors, 3 are franchisees. Then income goes up to 450,000 a month. But if you want to be executive brand director, then that's going to be 6 serious business partners, 3 franchisors, 3 franchisees. So an executive brand director in Nu Skin earns an average of 2.2 million a month. Now you might ask me, estimate ba yan? Actually, these are not estimates. These are paid out commissions. Now, sabi ni Grace kanina, Nu Skin is a publicly listed company. Bawal magbigay ng false information. So this is based on the audit of PricewaterhouseCoopers. So here in this business, you can earn through retail profits. You can also earn franchise volume incentive by being a franchisee. And you will also earn royalty income as a franchisor. Type 5 Entrepreneurship Academy, that's also every week. That's Mondays in the evening, Mondays at 8 o'clock. And we also have advanced leadership trainings every Saturday. And then we will help you launch your online business. So we have online meetings 3 times a week. And we can also assist you if your potential partners will not be able to attend the online meetings. We can do video calls as well. So this is actually my last slide. So we'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Now, please go back to the person who invited you. First, thank them for sharing with you this opportunity. So all you need to do is tell him or her whether you want to start with a Type 5 Starter Kit program or the Type 5 Fast Track Kit. So thank you everyone and mabuhay po tayong lahat.